Are you guys excited?
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
I'm stoked. Most people pretend to like Crumbl chocolate chip cookies. Okay?
Yeah.
This is not a conspiracy theory, it's just true. And my evidence for this is that they are weird and bad. Are you convinced yet, guys? Stay with me, stay with me. When I started my presentation, I feel like I kind of lost Grant and Eliza at the beginning. Like I was talking, and their faces were very like... Using milk chocolate chips and chocolate chip cookies is weird and bad. Stay with me on this. When you think of chocolate chip cookies, the ones your grandma made growing up, the ones your mom made, the ones your neighbor made, the ones you've had throughout your life, they always use semi-sweet chocolate chips. Not milk chocolate. Crumbl uses milk chocolate chips.
I mean, I learned today that apparently semi-sweet chocolate chips are the ones that are being put in cookies and not milk chocolate chips, which doesn't make sense to me because it feels like you're making a cookie and milk chocolate is really good, so you would go 1 and the 2 and then put them together to make 3.
There are many, many Reddit threads full of seasoned experts that agree with me on this. And it's not just like the subreddit of I hate cookies or subreddit of, you know, white supremacists, you know? Like it's the Crumbl Cookies official thread. So these are people that love Crumbl Cookies enough to make a Reddit account, join the subreddit, and comment regularly. And they're making post after post after post after post about how terrible the milk chocolate chip cookies are.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I am mad craving a good chocolate chip cookie right now.
And I think one of the other reasons why people actually get the chocolate chip cookies from Crumbl is because they just feel like they're supposed to get chocolate chip cookies. Like, let's just do a thought experiment real quick, okay? So Eliza, close your eyes. When I say the word cookie, what type of cookie comes to mind?
Chocolate chip.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, no.
Exactly.
Hi.
More evidence from ChatGPT. Most popular cookies in the US ranked #1 with a gold medal next to it. Undisputed #1 classic. And everyone knows it's true. Everyone. Especially Eliza. Another reason why people are buying these chocolate chip cookies is because their customer base is largely impressionable young people. Look at this Wall Street Journal article. Again, this isn't, you know, some random article, right? This is from a reputable source of news. It says the 1 billion cookie empire that teens love and parents hate. And the subtitle here is Crumbl woos young fans with social media and sugar. Each cookie packs 700 calories. And so I have a teenage girl sister, and she
You're
loves...
gonna say you have a teenage girl.
I have a teenage girl in the basement. My
It's a basement.
Anyways, back to my presentation. So my sister is 13, and she begs my dad to take her to Crumbl every week. And does she actually enjoy the cookies? I don't know, because Crumbl, as the Wall Street Journal attests to, markets to young people, especially young teenage girls, with their clean pink designs and their aesthetically pleasing Crumbl boxes. Oh, they're pink, you know, I'm gonna put this on my TikTok, right? I sound just like a teenage girl right now.
Yeah. Just like a teenage girl.
Exactly. And so I think that for just once in their life, the greedy, soul-sucking company of Crumbl should stand on principle and do the right thing. And make semi-sweet chocolate chip cookies the main staple of their offerings. I think the image of Moses with the 10 Commandments on the mountain was striking, and I think it really reinforced the moral superiority that I feel like I have. So
When he brought up Moses, and when he put Moses on the slide, I don't know, that was a little walking the line there.
it would be a service to mankind.
Don't laugh, he's crying.
I'm sorry. Emotional moment.
Sorry, bonus story. This is unrelated, but I like it. So LeBron's post-game custom was for the ladies on the flight to deliver him 2 chocolate chip cookies after every meal.
I think I lost them on LeBron's story. I don't think they're true LeBron fans like me.
LeBron James.
And apparently, the team president, Pat Riley, was cracking down on everyone's nutrition because they wanted them to win more. And that kind of micromanagement was the last straw for LeBron. And he left Miami
Yeah.
for my hometown Cleveland Cavs.
What was the name of the guy, the manager that was making everyone eat healthy?
Pat Riley.
Man, Pat Riley, bro.
Pat Riley, bro.
So anyways, that's end my presentation. Thank you.
I don't like milk chocolate chip cookies myself personally, so like the full sweetness load. So and Crumbl is overrated and really not that great anyway. So he made some really good points. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
hit it.
So here's our night. Birds are not real. Okay.
That bird does not have eyes.
They used to be, okay, until the US government killed every single bird and replaced them with surveillance drone replicas, okay? So the birds that we know today are not real. You've probably never actually heard a real bird song in your entire life. They're really not birds. Sometimes I wonder myself how an actual bird song would have sounded. So the US government, it took about 40 years for this to be accomplished, okay? But they massacred billions of birds and replaced them in the years between 1959 and 2001 with government surveillance drones, okay? Now, the government allegedly used a fatal virus to eradicate all the birds. With some of these versions of the story alleging that President Reagan completed the final phases of replacement in 1986. Thank you. But, okay, so remember this. This is all a ploy, okay? The drones were designed to act as surveillance cameras for the CIA and other agencies to monitor American citizens. So that means watching you on the street, tuning into your private conversations so that they can know what's going on. Now, I'm sure that there are keywords that, let them know what's going on. If you say certain words, that will alert them so that they can pay certain attention to different households and families.
Probably tapioca. Because I remember I had a cousin once who would say that word every now and then, would be saying tapioca. When I was a kid, I didn't know what the word tapioca meant, but he's like, tapioca. And suddenly all the birds in the area have been going crazy, crazy, flying around all over the place. It was probably one of the words.
Now, here are some things that you also need to be aware of. Bird poop on your car, not actually bird poop, it is liquid tracking apparatus, all right? Roadkill, you can't just assume that all robots are made out of chrome and wires, okay? These are also a great way to survey the land, the people. Now, pet parakeets, also something to be aware of. Better have your sensitive conversations in other rooms. They're also paying attention.
I might never leave the house again. I honestly, I might not leave here tonight. I might live with Grant now, which I haven't asked him yet, but...
Now that we know the truth, we have to spread the truth about birds not being real and them being government surveillance drones in order to honor the founder of Birds Aren't Real, who founded it in 2017, Peter McGindo, and who has allegedly died for the cause in 2024. May he rest in peace. If you're curious about later information, he did give a TED Talk. How to check it out. I would like to assume at this point all birds are government surveillance drones. So please remember, you are not being indoctrinated. You are being given the truth, and the goal is to spread this truth further and further research it for yourselves. I wish you the best of luck. The boy seems to get it. And so I hope that from now on they're more aware of their surroundings and, they really watch out for those birds.
I've been a part of this information for a pretty long time. I don't really think that this is new information to me.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a factual statement. Make sure I'm staying right. Werewolves are real. Okay?
That presentation was a theory I had never thought of before, and it was very exhaustively researched, and it was very persuasive. It was fun. It was good. I think that I fully believe in everything Grant tells me from now on. I think he's just convinced me he's a credible source on everything. So, congrats, Grant. You won me over.
It happened.